Previously on Starborn, the Orion story, you saw Aratina face the enigmatic Orion at his hotel, warning him of her archery skills before escaping. The next morning, Orion's father, King Thalassar of the Abyssal Crown, arrived with a Tide Guard to reclaim him. Born of both Tide and Fang, the exiled Alpha refused to join upcoming royal wars, but Thalassar revealed that Aratina's arrival has already set an ancient prophecy into motion.
The problem with running from the night was that it never truly let you go. Aratina still felt it clinging to her skin, the hush of the forest, the silver-eyed stranger, the way silence had pressed too close, too aware. She told herself it was exhaustion, adrenaline, imagination. Told herself that small towns always felt strange to outsiders. But the moment she pushed open the door of the cafe, warmth and coffee scents rushed out to meet her. She knew something had shifted. Not the casual lull, not the "we're checking our phones." Silence. This was guilt. She dropped her backpack onto the empty chair and didn't sit. "Say it," she said flatly. Lyra winced. "Good morning to you too." "You left me," Aratina said. "At night, in the middle of nowhere, in a town where even the trees look like they're judging you." Nova raised both hands. "We did not leave you." "Oh, really?" Aratina asked, eyebrows lifting. "Because my memory says I was very alone." "We were with you," Maya insisted. "Right up until we weren't." Aratina stared at her. "That makes no sense." Alara glanced toward the window, then back at Aratina. "It made sense when it happened." Aratina finally slid into the booth, crossing her arms. "Explain. Slowly. Preferably without lying." Lyra exhaled. "We were behind you. You crossed the street toward that villa. And then Henry showed up," Nova cut in. The name hit like a skipped heartbeat. Aratina groaned, dropping her head back against the seat. "That's it? That's your excuse?" "You know how it is when he's around," Maya said carefully. "Things complicate." "No," Aratina snapped. "People complicate things. Henry is not my problem." Alara tilted her head. "He becomes your problem whether you want him to or not." Aratina frowned. "Why does everyone keep saying that?" Lyra hesitated, then said, "Because your stepsister is back in town." That made Aratina sit up. "What?" "Vanessa," Nova clarified. "We saw her post. She's in Boise." Of course she was. Vanessa Hart, perfect smile, perfect timing, and a resume that made headlines. Founder and CEO of Pulse Match, a dating app that branded itself as an authentic connection for the modern world. Boise was quiet, expanding, and influential without being noisy, exactly the kind of place Vanessa liked to operate from. "She doesn't do coincidences," Aratina muttered. "And she doesn't do subtle," Maya added. "If she knows Henry's here, she'll stir things," Aratina finished, "like always." Lyra leaned forward. "That's why we hesitated last night. We saw Henry and then we saw her name pop up on Nova's phone and it just felt like trouble," Alara said softly. Aratina rubbed her temples. "I don't even like him. I don't have feelings for Henry, none. I don't know why I'm stuck in a love triangle I didn't sign up for." There was a beat of silence. Then Nova said gently, "You may not be in love with him." Aratina looked up. "But Henry is more than head over heels for you." The words landed heavier than she expected. "I've told him no," Aratina said, "more than once." "And he heard you," Alara replied. "He just doesn't believe you're permanent." That made something twist in Aratina's chest, annoyance mixed with something dangerously close to guilt. Outside, a truck rolled past. Life went on, unaware of the way patterns were reforming. Henry Cole had learned early that silence was safer than speaking. The elevator doors closed behind him, sealing him inside the glass and steel tower of Abyssal Holdings. He loosened his tie, breathing out slowly, grounding himself. Beta. The word echoed in his head like a quiet verdict. "Henry." He turned. His father, Marcus Cole, stood near the windows, hands clasped behind his back. Tall, broad, controlled. A man who had climbed through the ranks of the Royal Werewolf Order by never hesitating and never apologizing. "You're late," Marcus said. "I was in Ravenwood," Henry replied. Marcus's eyes sharpened. Again. Henry didn't answer. "That town is under Alpha jurisdiction," Marcus continued. "Specifically, Orion," Henry said. Marcus studied him. "You work for his father now. You don't get distracted." Henry clenched his jaw. "With respect, sir, I can handle my responsibilities." Marcus scoffed. "You're a beta. Your role is to support, not to choose." The door behind them opened. "He's young," said Clara Cole, Henry's stepmother, her voice smooth and light. Too light. She was barely 10 years older than him, impeccably dressed, eyes lingering a second too long. "Let him make mistakes." Henry felt his skin prickle. Marcus ignored her. "King Thalassar doesn't tolerate divided loyalties." Henry's phone vibrated in his pocket. One message. Aratina. His heart kicked hard, instinctively, stupidly hopeful. Marcus noticed the shift. Clara smiled. "Careful," she murmured. "Girls like her don't stay." Henry looked back at his phone, something fierce and quiet settling in his chest. "Thank you for your advice, madam. Now, if you would excuse me," he said, and left without further greetings. And far beyond Boise, beyond Ravenwood, beyond human awareness, an alpha with silver eyes felt the tug of something familiar and realized the constellation was forming again. 7 sisters, one devoted hunter, and a choice that would leave no one untouched. High above the town, clouds drifted apart, revealing a sky sharp with stars. An old pattern burned brighter than the rest. In the depths of Orion Villa, Silver Eyes opened slowly, painfully aware, not in danger, not of duty, but of inevitability. The hunt had never been about pursuit. It had always been about convergence. And this time, the stars were no longer watching. They were closing in.